Hi guys, as Donald Trump prepares to impose massive tariffs on European allies, if we can still use that word, another Donald, the Prime Minister of Poland, Donald Tusk, offered something of an olive branch to the American president. Tusk reinforced here the point that cooperation is better than confrontation. He also spoke about what his country has been doing when it comes to defence and how Poland, like Europe, is an important friend to both Trump and the American people. But will it work?
Dear American friends, we have just signed our next Polish-American agreement in the field of defense. For us, Poles, our friendship, our alliance, our mutual loyalty is not an abstraction. We spend almost 5% of our GDP on defense. In cooperation with the US, we are building a modern and the biggest army in Europe to defend our borders, but also our common values and interests. America could and always can count on Poland. You have only friends here. And I can say the same thing about Europe as a whole. You have friends and trusted allies from Portugal to Poland, from Denmark to Greece. In our common European-American interest are a strong US, a strong European Union, and a strong NATO, not weaker. Think about it, Mr. President and dear American friends, before you decide to impose tariffs against your closest allies. Cooperation is always better than confrontation.
Well said, but unfortunately, I don't think this is going to work because Donald Trump simply doesn't care. I think we're at a stage where we're dealing with somebody who's completely irrational when it comes to economics and somebody who's belligerent when it comes to foreign policy. Donald Trump is talking about annexing Canada. He's talking about annexing Greenland. He's talking about taking control of the Panama Canal. He's talking about owning Gaza. So this is not somebody you can work with. He is an admirer of Vladimir Putin. So I understand what Donald Tusk is doing here. I understand he's trying to, in a sort of sense, pander to Donald Trump, say, look, you asked for European nations to invest more in military spending. We are at 5% of GDP. We're a strong ally when it comes to NATO. We have been by your side. So these are things that would work on a normal US president, but we're not talking about a normal US president here. We're talking about Donald friggin' Trump, a narcissist, a man-child, somebody who only cares about himself. He's destroying his own nation with these tariffs, but he doesn't care. I don't know if Donald Trump honestly believes that they will work to make America great again, or he just doesn't simply care about the consequences of his actions. He's put people in charge who are incompetent, dangerously incompetent. He's allowed the richest man in the world to cut funding for the most vulnerable in society. This doesn't sound like somebody who cares about people in general or the American people in particular. He talks about peace, but he's constantly pandering to Vladimir Putin. So I understand the frustration. I understand the concern. European leaders are really worried about these tariffs, but I think there's nothing we can do at this stage. There's nothing we can say or do that will get Donald Trump to U-turn. It's going to be a really difficult 4 years. And hopefully after this, well, maybe Europe and the United States can rebuild their relationship, prepare for the worst, and hopefully things will improve sometime in the future.